What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, SBR NBA Picks. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the articles we have in NBA content. I'm your host, Jay Money. It's my guy, BLACKJACK Fletcher. It's my guy, Junior Browne. We're here to break down these NBA games, man. It's Friday. It's payday, BLACKJACK. What's up, my guy? Everything good with you?
Everything's fantastic, my man. Getting ready for a big weekend here. Got all sorts of stuff happening. So, time to go into the weekend with some money in our pockets. Let's do it.
Got you. What's up, Junior? Everything good with you, bro?
Yeah, bro, you said it's payday. Your local cashes out on Fridays?
No. I'm just saying it's
Uh,
payday for people working. Most people work a job, man. It's
oh yeah.
Friday. The people get paid every Friday or every other Friday. So for a lot of people, Friday is payday. You know what I'm saying? Well, we trying to make payday damn near every day, but hey, we trying to make it to be Friday payday for us, man. Cashing these bets, man. You know it. So, but hey, the Super Bowl coming up as well. We're gonna be having all type of Super Bowl stuff going on. Make sure you guys do this. We still got the poker tournament going on as well, guys. Don't we roll the video, guys?
Ready to show off your poker skills and make some money? SBR is rewarding its followers with a chance to compete for a $500 prize pool for free. Join us in our amazing social media community this February 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in our Super Bowl poker tournament. Registration is free and is now open. All you have to do is register on the SBR forum, download the SBR Poker client, and DM us your name on Twitter to get the passcode for the tournament. You can find the links for the registration and client download on the description of this video. So, what are you waiting for? Get your best game ready, try your luck, and let's have some fun on Super Bowl weekend with SBR's free poker tournament. I'll see you there.
Yes, sir, man. Make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys go check out that poker tournament. Check out all the Super Bowl stuff we got going on as well at SBR, my guys. But just a quick recap of yesterday, man. The Jazz ended up smacking up the Hawks. Trey Young ended up sitting in that one. So if you guys were on that one, that game ended up going way under the total as well. Jazz ended up winning 112-91. The Warriors ended up smacking the shit out of the Mavs, man. They smacked them up by 31 points, 147, 116. It was what, 76. They ended up scoring, it was 76-74 at the half. And then they just absolutely ran out of gas there in the second half. I think it was like the sixth game in 8 days for the Mavs. They just absolutely get killed in that one, man. They play the Warriors again tomorrow, so we'll see what's up with them. That game went way over the total. The Blazers end up beating the 76ers 121-105. They didn't have any Dame Lillard, no CJ McCollum. I know that the Sixers really look like that. I know I was thinking to myself, man, the Sixers better blow them out. I didn't have anything on it. I was like, if the Sixers don't blow them out, what's going on? And B kind of went out with an injury. He had like 37 at the half. They end up losing. I mean, the final score really wouldn't even have the game. They could have lost that game by 30 points. It was, I don't know, it was crazy to see, man. They were at home, everybody except for Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons doesn't mean that much. They just didn't come to play. It happens. And Dame sit out, guys, and they didn't come to play. The Rockets end up beating the Grizzlies there. It was crazy. That game was about to go under there. Is that final score 115? Yeah, that game there did go under 115, 103. It was a different one. It was that Portland Philadelphia, that game that I thought was finna go under, and there was some late threes. I was like, that was pretty crazy there. But the Rockets ended up beating the Grizzlies 115-103. The Lakers second half, man, just defensively stifled the Nuggets there, guys. No chicken nuggets yesterday, man. They came out high. It was up 12 first half. Third quarter, 37-17, man. It was tough. It was tough from there. Outscored 31-18 in the fourth quarter. It happens, my guy. But it happens, Blackjack. You ready to get to some cash today or what? Anything pointed out to you yesterday? You see Embiid out there, 37 in the first half?
I mean, listen, I think that that Sixers game was a little bit strange from the total perspective, like you said. I thought that thing was going to go under two. Thankfully, the Houston Memphis game stayed under. The biggest takeaway for me is the Nuggets. I mean, you can't do that. If you're them and you're in that situation against the Lakers, you play well in the first half. You can't just do that in the second half. Have that meltdown. Like, that tells you where you are in comparison to the reigning defending NBA champions, and it's real clear you're not on their level. Plain and simple.
Exactly, Junior. Anything point out to you yesterday? What was you see that Blazers game? I had to watch the Blazers game, and Anthony Simons, even he was on a 20 minutes restriction. I was like I said, I had no opinion on it, but I was just thinking, man, there's no way in hell that the Blazers could stay in this game, and so I had to watch it in the third quarter, Junior. I don't know if you watched that game, but it was just it was crazy, man. I don't know what's going on, Junior.
Yeah, everything. If anyone ever asked me why I hate on the Sixers, just go back and look at that game. They can beat any team and they can lose any team. They're really annoying, to be honest. Yesterday was a shit show. None of my picks came through, so I'm pissed off. Just ready to get to it today. But yeah, no, the Sixers are disappointing as hell. And as Blackjack mentioned, the Denver Nuggets are not ready for prime time.
Man, this dude on Twitter talking about so they make sure your assessment that Ben Simmons is overrated look bad. Yeah, they didn't have Ben Simmons out there. That's why the 76ers got smacked up by the Blake. Come on, man, stop it. They simply did not come to play and didn't care about the game, overlooked them, boy. I mean, you give up 40 points to that Blazers team, not even that. You only scored 19 points in a quarter versus that team. But, hey, it's crazy. Like I said, I watched the game. Hey, the Blazers beat them fair and square. They went up 20, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Doc Rivers calling timeouts. It didn't matter, man. They beat them fair and square. 76ers simply did not come to play. Curry went out as well in them, but yeah, no, it was not because of Ben Simmons. But sorry, I just had to say because dude, Ben Simmons, come on, man, stop it, man. He probably would have made a difference, but come on, bro. They would have lost the game by 25 points anyway, man. Stop all that. But let's get to the first game of the day, man. We got the Pelicans versus Pacers, my guys. Pelicans versus Pacers. Line opened up all the way at 4, up down to 1. Down to 1. Brothers here. Indiana at the house. Pelicans getting plenty of cheddar here, Junior. What we doing this game? A total sitting at 228. You got something on this one?
I'm super confused, though. Why is all this money coming in on the Pelicanos? Like, I thought that somebody for Indiana got hurt. I'm going to take the Pacers -1. It feels like a sale, honestly. Like, I feel like, excuse me. I thought my internet connection was still screwed up like yesterday, and I wasn't getting the latest information. But looks like everybody's playing for the Pacers. They're obviously the better team. I know the Pelicanos are showing a little bit of life, but that's not so hard when you look like a corpse for most of the season. And they've only won, 2 out of their last 3 or 2 out of the last 4 games, so it's not like they're on fire. I'm super confused as to why this number is so short, but I'll take it. Pacers -1 for me.
Yeah, Junior, I tell you, I couldn't talk you out of it because I mean, it was at even at the regular spread, Blackjack, when it was at 3. Like last night, I was like, okay, why are the Pacers? You know what I'm saying? Why is it going down? Why did it go down from that 4 to 3? And then wake up and it's down even more, Blackjack. What we're doing here?
This scares me, right? Because this line isn't right. Like, it's not right. I mean, the Pelicans, Junior, you said it, right? Like, the Pacers are the better team. There's all this trade speculation swirling around the Pelicans right now. Like, I don't understand this. This worries me. It's a pass. Like, I fully admit, I'm man enough to say right here in front of the millions of people watching this show that I'm scared of this line. I'm scared, and I'm not going to play it.
No, I got you on that. It's coming down. There's plenty of money coming in on the Pelicans. It's a revenge spot. Other than that, there's not really. I mean, they are playing well of late. Like you said, I mean, they've won what 3 of the past 5. So I mean, they've lost. So they beat Phoenix the last time out handily. They lost 2 before that. I mean, you lose the game versus the Kings. You lose it versus a team like the Kings. You let the Rockets come in there and smack you up, which the Rockets were hot. Like I say, the one thing that goes against the Pelicans here is they were at the house for 5 games, and that was their first game in a new gym, where you know what I'm saying. So they might throw them off, or even if they were playing a lot better, it was at the house on the homestand. We saw the Jazz do that. Then when they went on the road versus the Nuggets, they weren't making everything or hitting them shots that they were hitting. So maybe Lonzo Ball shot doesn't hit today. I can only look towards the Pacers here, man. I know it's a revenge spot for the Pelicans. Pacers won by 2 in their house, but they're just a better team, man. I know, you know what I'm saying, it's a bonus, a little banged up. I know Turner a little banged up, but still, they're just a little bit further on than the Pelicans here. I can only look towards the Pelicans. I can only look towards the Pacers here, even though all the money is coming on the Pacers. I know BLACKJACK say the line's scary, but hey, this could be one of them spots. It's tough when a team comes off and win a 5-game homestand, first game out on the road. It's it's a different atmosphere. They are NBA players. They could come here and get the win, but it could be. I think this is a Pacer spot, if you ask me, my guys. Let's get to the next. We got the Bulls versus Magic, man, and that's the only thing against the Bulls here. It's the only thing against the Bulls is they've been at the house the first game on the road, but they the better team here. BLACKJACK, they the better team, man. What are we doing here? We're gonna see one of them fishy stuff. One of the, the Magic get right here in a spot where they're not necessarily supposed to. BLACKJACK, what we doing?
Give me the Bulls. Love the Bulls here. -2. This is a great spot for the Bulls. First of all, the Magic, you can't touch the Magic with Aaron Gordon out, right? Like that, he's the only piece that makes that team go as far as they go. And without him, you can't mess with Orlando. And honestly, Chicago has been kind of a bad luck team over the last week or so. I mean, the last second loss to Portland, the close loss to the Knicks. Like, the Bulls need a get-right spot, and this is it, man. This is it. Go against Orlando. Shoot the lights out down in Florida. Have yourself a night, Bulls. Chicago, -2.
Got you. I mean, definitely hope so, Junior. What you think in this? What do you think in this spot? Magic without Gordon, Bulls they might be without Porter, but they got a much better squad. Junior. We got Kobe White and Zach LaVine versus Cole Anthony and and Fournier. Junior, who are we taking in that matchup?
Yeah, I'm clearly going with the Bulls in that matchup. I'm not putting money on it just yet. I'm really pissed off that I missed it at a pick'em. I see that was available early on, but it's just two very inconsistent teams that I don't really have a good feel on. So it's just a pass for me. I don't want to be long-winded about it.
Gotcha. No, that pick'em was gone quick, Junior. I was looking at this game yesterday. It's like pretty much as soon as the kind of line came out, you're right, came out of the pick, but it got smacked to 2 like pretty much immediately, and then it's been stuck there. But like I say, I'm seeing some money in a few places. Some money come, like the money discrepancy for the Magic here. So I mean, it seems some sharps, going against the grain here with the Magic. It's like I say, it's a fade spot really when the team comes off the 5-game homestand. It's the first game on the road. The Bulls didn't have a good homestand though. They're 1-4 at the house. So I mean, maybe they need to get away from the house or do something different. So they need to do something else. Like I say, 1-4 at homestand. They play some tough teams. It's a really good, tough defensive team. Look, the Blazers. That's just a tough loss. Game winner on you. But they played the Lakers and the Celtics. You can't really. That's tough on them. 2 good games versus the Knicks. Even that second one where the Knicks had revenge, come out smack them by 17 real quick. The Bulls came back and fought. Like, you know what I'm saying? They damn near came back and won that game. I like them to go here in Orlando to get this one. It's going to piss me the hell off if the Magic dig deep or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get it done. We know that it's possible and everything. But, I mean, without Gordon, I had forgot that Gordon went down, to be honest with you. When I'm thinking about this one, I'm like, I forgot that Gordon went down. I forgot he out for 3 to 4 weeks. This makes it even better. I'm looking at Kobe White, Zach LaVine versus Cole Anthony and Fournier. That's what I'm looking at. They should win that battle. I mean, they know you got Vucic, but Vucic is their best player. He's been slacking off lately. He's been slumping. That's why they haven't been playing that good. If you've been watching, so they're in the slump, man. I'm betting against the team in a slump. The Bulls are better than them, man. Fuck all this. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit, man. Going with the Jordan team, Bulls Nation tonight, -2. Fuck all them. All right, sorry. But Raptors next game, Raptors versus Nets, man. It's time to quit BSing around. You got the Nets here. Playoff revenge, man. I don't even want to say all that, but because they got a different team now. BLACKJACK got a different team. Can the Raptors keep up with their scoring for the Nets? It's that simple.
No, I'm taking the Nets here. Official play, taking the Nets -5. Listen, you all know how I feel about the Nets, but bottom line, this offense should steamroll what Toronto's got. I mean, the Raptors defense has played better of late, but do I think that they have a real chance of slowing down the Nets here? No, I don't. And I certainly don't think that essentially what you're talking about is Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet are going to be able to keep up with what the Nets are going to throw at you offensively. So no, I think that the Nets roll in this one. I'm going to lay the 5 with Brooklyn.
Yeah, and I couldn't talk you out of that, Junior. The Nets were your boys, man. No, the Nets are your boys. You have to. Well, you don't have to, but I mean, what you like here? Do you like them here? That 3-point, that, you know what I'm saying? The 3-man weave right there. What you like with them boys?
I'm gonna tell you what I like, J Money. Brooklyn trifecta. Boys,
Hey.
listen. The Raptors. I told y'all. I don't care if Kyrie Irving thinks the Earth is flat, round, triangular, whatever. You can think it's a prism for all I give a fuck. Listen, he's nice. He's unstoppable. Just like Blackjack said, he about to cook Freddie. He saw Freddie score 54. Someone's about to get that smoke. So someone's getting it. But in all seriousness, though, the Raptors, especially because OG Anunoby is injured, the Raptors don't really have anybody that can guard James Harden. I mean, nobody can guard James Harden, obviously, but I'm saying OG Anunoby would be key for them to slow him down. Lowry and VanVleet are just too small for James Harden, so that's a matchup problem. Nobody can stop Kyrie right now. KD's rolling. The Nets just have way too much offense for a Raptors team that struggles on offense, even though they've been playing better. The Raptors rely on a lot of threes. If you look at the Nets team, by the time the season is done, they're going to be the best three-point shooting team in the league. Kyrie's shooting over 40. KD's shooting over 40. You know what Harden can do from 3. Joe Harris. These boys got some serious offensive firepower. So, yeah, Nets trifecta. Let's get it.
Hey, I might be burning sage with your ass, man, or burning sage with Kyrie ass, man, for real. Nah, that 3-piece right there, man. The Raptors don't have nothing for that. In all honesty, they're really too small. When somebody come out for franchise record like that, you really want to fade them the next game. Unless you Kobe or somebody, you're not going back-to-back games like that. You know what I'm saying? Like going back 50 pieces, 40 pieces, and that's what it's going to take here, in my opinion. Larry, he's going to have to draw some fouls, like on each one, on Harden and on Irving. He's going to have to draw like 3. He's going to have to get 6 charges tonight. I know he's going to be going for it, but he's going to have to get 6 flops and 6 charges in order for them boys to stay in their game. VanVleet and Larry are just too small of a matchup. Powell, he's a nice defender, you know what I'm saying? But like Junior say, OG out, it's a player defender that you really need out there. I mean, because this is a spot really where their center play, the smaller center play for the Nets really won't come into. It won't hurt them here against the Raptors. Like you say, they just got swept last. I know it didn't mean a ton because a lot of those players are not even on the team anymore. But still, the Raptors still just swept this team last year in the bubble. You know what I'm saying, out of the playoffs. So it still means something, at least a little bit. So the Nets, it'd be Nets or nothing for me. I like where Junior's going there. He cashed the last trifecta with the Bucks. I like the Nets full game. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have some on, especially at that 5. It's going to 5.5 fast though. It was down to 4.5. So you know it was down to 4.5 this morning. You guys paying attention
last night, Jay?
You said what, Junior?
I got it at 4.5 last night, but obviously the first half line didn't come out until today.
Yeah, I seen it 4.5 this morning. Even when I only follow the sharpest book, and it was down to 4.5. So I mean, some money was on the Raptors. It's gonna be like that though. Every game you're gonna have money on both sides, man. Raptors, the Nets are the better team. It's pretty much it's that simple, man. You got to take the Nets and go to sleep. You got to take the Nets and go to sleep, man. I hope you wake up with some cheddar.
Bro,
Jazz, huh?
I think people forget because the Raptors have looked a little bit better. Siakam's have looked a little bit better. The Raptors have less wins than the Knicks, son. So, like, what are we even really talking about right now?
Yeah, and 3-7 on the road. We know they struggled a month, real, you know what I'm saying, out the gate, but they're starting to play better. But this is a different beast. The Nets, hope if they don't, as long as they don't have a letdown after a big game, they got to keep it going, keep the momentum, show them boys they're at the top of the East, man. They got to make another statement here. So be interesting to see if they can do it back to back. But we know the Raptors not on the caliber of the Clippers though. So let's get it going, man. The next game we got Jazz versus Hornets here. Jazz versus Hornets. They've been Jazz with 13-1 ATS the last 14. I mean, come on now. The Hornets without, I think they get Rozier back. PJ Washington's still out. Blackjack, what we doing here? You rolling with your stock market, Jazz?
I'm not. I don't love this spot for them. Second game of the back-to-back. They have a really nice performance against Atlanta, get a big win. This Charlotte team is, guys, I live life based on feel, right? Like I'm the ultimate feel guy. That's how I live. I don't have a feel for this Charlotte team. I just don't. They're better than I thought they'd be, but every time I start to think they're putting it together, they'll throw a clunker out there, and I don't know what to expect out of this. It wouldn't shock me if they stayed in this. Wouldn't shock me if Utah won by 18. I don't know what to do here, so I'm going to pass.
Gotcha. Hey, I couldn't talk you out of the passing on this one, Junior. What we doing here, Mr. Browne? What are we doing with you taking the Hornets plus 8.5 at the house, or you rolling with the Jazz?
Yeah, I'm just too afraid to step in front of the Jazz train. Because not only are they winning, they're covering too, right? So the Hornets are a team. I don't love that PJ Washington is out. He's like the only size that they have on the team. I know Cody's back, but that's just you're putting a lot of pressure on Zeller. Against Gobert in that situation. So I don't really love the matchup. I don't love the spot for Utah. I don't love the matchup for Charlotte. So it's a pass.
Got you. Yeah, I don't have nothing on the game. I mean, it's tough. It's so tough to look against the Jazz right now. They're a one-rate train, really. Like I said, 13-1 ATS last 14, man. It's either Jazz or nothing for me there. They played a really good defensive game last night. I can see them doing that again. Their defense travels. Maybe the shots won't. You know what I'm saying? They like to shoot a lot of threes, man. So this thing, if they hit their threes, we know how the Hornets like to run and gun. They get Rozier back. If they're hitting their three, I don't mess with the totals, man. But that game last night, I know it was without Trae Young, but that game was just dead under from the get-go. I had to go look at the total again. Like, damn, what was the total on that? That was whoever hopped on the under, that was an easy under, my guys. Let's get to the next game on the slate, man. We got the Timberwolves versus OKC here. Lines makers opened up the Timberwolves -2.5 on the road. -2 this morning, like it's down to pick at a lot of places. Junior, what do you agree with the line movement there? I mean, what's going on in this game, Junior?
See, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's not playing, right? Am I wrong about that?
He's still out, bro. He's tripped out. Yeah, he out.
Yeah, so this is a matchup between, like, could there be a worse game in the NBA right now?
Nope.
like seriously, just think about, like, if someone came up to you right now and was like, "Yo, I got tickets to an NBA game," you'd be like, "Word," and you'd be super excited. Then they gave you tickets to this, you'd be like, "Yo, you ain't my homie, bro." Like,
I'll take my son to this game, man. I go.
Yeah,
if D'Angelo Russell plays, I go to this game.
You know what I'm saying? Your son's innocent, so like he would enjoy the experience. But if he was spending his own damn money on it, he wouldn't be excited. Anyways, this game is a pass in every sense of the word.
You know what, Junior? My son probably would be like, the Thunder? I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want to go see the Thunder. He might say that too, man. I don't know about the Thunder and the Timberwolves. Can we go see the Mavs or something? He'd rather go see the Mavs, even they doing terrible. He's like, man, I'd rather go see them, man. Put my Luke, now. Then SGA out, Lou Dort out, Hill out. Man, it's just tough to go against the grain here. But Blackjack, what you think here, man?
I think that this is the second lobotomy game of the week for me. You can't do it. Like, what are you betting on here? There's no Shea. George Hill's out. Dort's out. D'Angelo Russell's questionable. Towns is out. Like, what are you betting on here? Like this, you might as well bet on a couple of cockroaches crossing the street. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, You definitely would need Russell in there. The Timberwolves have played better, man. They can't close out games, man. That's the whole thing. The Timberwolves cannot close out games. The Thunder, they have a very stifling. They got a very good defense. Their offense, I mean, they still attack the best. And boys, it's 2-7 at the house. The Timberwolves are 1-9 on the road. The Timberwolves, they played a really good game. Last game versus the Spurs. They let the Spurs come all the way. It was up 15 in the fourth quarter. Let the Spurs come all the way back to win that game. So I don't know what to say about the Timberwolves. That would seem like the game they were finna win on the road, get their second road win, literally. Then I look back at the score. The Spurs got a 3-point lead. It's just like they had I don't know what's going on with them. It's like got to look at it. Maybe the Timberwolves don't want to win. If they rest Russell here, I know it's early in the season, but it kind of me crazy to say, but them boys maybe not trying to win. In all honesty, because this is a winnable game for the Timberwolves. In all honesty, if D'Angelo Russell plays, if he goes out and plays, it'll show me that they're trying to win. If he doesn't play, in all honesty, that tells me, not saying the Timberwolves can't win if he doesn't play, but that shows me that they're kind of tipping the cap towards not trying to pile up any wins. They got the youngest team in the NBA, the youngest coach in the NBA. And we also said that as well. They keep this coach around as well. They're not trying to win. So it's just something that I'm with Blackjack there. I'm staying all the way away from this game. I don't agree with the line movement, though, especially with SGA out and Dort out now as well. And George Hill, I don't agree with the line move. I know it's crazy, but the lines makers actually might have been right on this one with the Timberwolves open up -2 on the road. It sounds crazy as shit, but I don't think they opened up at -2 for no reason. Let's get to the next one. What's up, Junior?
Shout out to Mr. Bubbles who said this is a game you take your side chick to.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to this game. There's plenty of games I'll bet and don't even watch. I'd bet this one and then just, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even watch it, man. But yeah, I'm off this game. I'm not betting nothing. Crazy to say, if I had to take it, I'd be on the Timberwolves. But hey, man, I've been on a fade mode lately, so maybe OKC is a lock, man. Maybe it is. Let's get to the next one, man. Well, let's get to the next game. I don't know what happened with the shit, but let's get to the next game. We got the Pistons versus the Suns, my guys. Junior, Pistons versus Suns here. What we doing? Line down from 9.5 to 7.5. Junior, do you agree with the line movement in this particular game?
Well, listen, I'm not going to say that I don't or that I disagree with it because every time we talk about the Pistons, I talk about how scrappy they are. I've picked a couple of times they covered for me in those specific cases, but I think that Suns first half is a good play here. The Suns, they kind of got sidetracked a little bit. They got Devin Booker back. I think they're ready to get back in the Western Conference conversation in terms of, maybe probably not a home court seed. They'll probably be maybe a 6-7 seed. But, Jesus, for as long as the Suns have been bad, any kind of seed is good for them. So if they're serious about making the playoffs, obviously Chris Paul at this stage of his career is not playing basketball to miss the playoffs. So I expect the Suns to go on a bit of a run. I got the Suns first half here.
Gotcha. I couldn't talk you off the Junior. They are at the house though, back from a little road trip. That's the only thing that scares me in this. But I think that's why I didn't say that's why the line movement coming down. But Blake J, do you agree with the line movement here? Huh?
Revenge spot.
Yeah, it is. So Junior. And I looked at that. It's a revenge spot. Just say something on there real quick. The Pistons have beaten them 8 straight times.
Yeah, no, it's kind of wild.
Like they beat them 8 straight times and covered the spread 8 straight. I mean, they've beaten them 8 out of the last 9 out of the last 10. Like I was just looking at the head to head, and I'm like, so I know that was revenge, but I was like, you know how some teams just seem to have your number. The Pistons have had the Suns' number. I mean, they've been trash. Is what they've beaten them 8 straight times. No, it's not. I had to go back and look at it again 3 times, Blackjack. The Pistons have seemed to own them. They did beat them in overtime earlier this year. The Suns playing a lot better. No Crowder tonight. Maybe no Saric. Saric, however you say his name, Blackjack. What you think here? You taking the points, or are you going with the Mr. Browne?
Nah, I'm passing on this one. I like the Suns as a better team here, obviously, but they haven't won a game by double digits now in over a month. I know they had Booker out for a little bit. They had some issues, but I just don't trust them to lay this many points. And the Pistons, listen, the Pistons play hard. I give them that, and they do surprise you sometimes, but they've also had the doors blown off them, 10 or 12 times this year. So for me, this game's a pass. I think Phoenix wins, but I don't trust them to cover this number.
Yeah, I missed, man. If we was sitting here staring at that 9.5, man, but there's no way, especially with Crowder being ruled out. Yeah, if I would have got that 9.5, I kind of missed it. It was at 8.5. I know for sure yesterday. I missed it. Man. I do kind of like the Pistons in this spot, man. And they got Okafor out, so yeah, Jay Crowder out. Booker could go bunkers here, obviously. Yeah, Wayne Ellington questionable. The Pistons not the type of team they could miss one of their starters, man. They need Wayne Ellington out there for them threes. But I actually do agree with the line movement here. I would say it's just one of the things to where the Suns will have to show me maybe they can even beat the Pistons, man. Like what the hell's going on? They can't figure them boys out. Maybe the coach over there for the Pistons, maybe just I don't know. Maybe he got some on them boys or something. He got some on the coach for Suns or Devin Booker. Like, bro, you better let me win every time, or I'm gonna tell everybody on your ass. I don't know. I'm just saying some shit. Let's get to the next game, man. We got the Celtics. Something going on though. The Pistons are on their ass. Celtics versus Clippers, guys. Blackjack. Celtics versus Clippers. Big game, huge game. Browne's questionable. Huge question mark here, Blackjack. What we doing here?
Clippers. Taking the Clippers minus the 6.5 here. I think Marcus Smart being out is going to hurt Boston here with their perimeter defense, which the Clippers are built as well as anybody to exploit. I mean, you've got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George shooting as well as anybody in the NBA right now. If Jaylen Browne is out, this is a completely different matchup that I think Boston probably gets beat bad if he's not in this game. But I'm factoring him being in the game. I just don't think that the Celtics are on the same level as the Clippers here. I like the Clippers defense better. I think we're used to assuming Brad Stevens teams play great defense, and Celtics certainly aren't bad, but Marcus Smart is a key to that perimeter defense. And I think it's going to really hurt them here the same way it hurt them against Sacramento, which if you got burned by the Kings, the Clippers are going to take a Molotov cocktail to you.
Yeah, the Kings got that dynamic point guard, though. They do have that dynamic point guard, Junior. What you got here? And I couldn't talk anybody off the Clippers here. I don't have a point on this game. I hate the fact that the Clippers coming. This is the first game back at the house off of 7. What they have? It was a 6-game. It was a 6-game road trip. So there's no. Yeah, I don't take teams in that spot. If anything, I fade them. Junior, what you got? Anything in this spot?
Yeah, I don't like the spot for the Clippers after that long ass road trip. I really don't like Boston unless I know Jaylen Brown is playing, though, especially in a spot where you're playing against two of the best forwards in the NBA. You need Jaylen Brown on both ends of the court. So, on a normal night, Jaylen Brown's a big loss. In a spot where you got Paul George or George Paul and Kawhi Leonard on the team, you need Jaylen Brown out there. So until I know his status, I can't really get involved in anything Celtics. It would have to be Clippers or nothing right now. But I don't have a bet on this game, though.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's going to be a real intriguing game. Yeah, when I saw Browne out, there was no way. I was thinking Celtics, man, but it's not even a full squad for them. They coming off a loss versus the Kings. Kings present a different beast than the Clippers do. I mean, like I say, the Clippers is George and Leonard. You got to match up with them. Who would match up with them? Browne and Tatum. That'd be the main battle right there. And then it's gonna be the road, you know what I'm saying, down to the role players to keep it up. If they don't have Browne or Key Conger, even if he's a little injured, it's just not necessarily even a battle. But like I say, in theory, it's a flat spot for the team coming back home off a long road trip. I talked about it the other day when they went over there and smashed the Cavs. They only got a day and a half, really about a half day rest. You coming, you know what I'm saying, flying all the way back over. You got that day day off or whatever. Some of the veteran coaches might even give you that day off. You don't even practice. So, I mean, I know it's a huge game for them. They want to win this next huge game by margin. Clippers ain't one of them teams I'm in the hurry to bet against. But, hey, in my opinion, the Celtics ain't no pushover even. They got a damn good coach over there coming off a loss. You always want to look at, especially when a team coming off a long road trip. But Blackjack, you're going to break them out. So, look, in the other game, so let me see. It was one other game, Heat versus Wizards. I don't have nothing on that. Bucks versus Cleveland, man. The Heat, you wonder when they're going to – I mean, that just tells you today's NBA, how the fucking NBA is going, Blackjack. What's going on with the Heat here? Heat versus Wizards. What you looking at in this game? Wizards get it done again?
I'm not looking at anything in this game because right now I don't trust Miami to be a favorite against virtually anyone. This team's not cohesive. They're not together yet. And I don't think you can back them until you see sustained improvement from them. Having said that, I'm also not taking my hard-earned money and putting it down on the Washington Wizards. So, no.
Junior, Junior, I'm sorry. This is the epitome of this NBA season. We know how hard-nosed the Heat are after losses late in games, how good they've been known to be to close games, or, you know what I'm saying, when they're up by margin, they're not finna lose. I know they got some crazy stats up at halftime. Like, they don't lose. They've been losing, Junior. They lost with, I know Wizards been technically better without Westbrook, but still, I mean, for them to lose that game, Junior, what the hell? What's going on with Miami?
Yeah, I gotta watch and see. I mean, I don't think I can pretend like oh, this is the game where they're gonna do it. Nah, I mean, they're just not getting it done right now. I don't care if Jimmy Butler's pissed or not. Obviously, you're pissed. You're pissed shit after making it to the NBA Finals. So if anything, they just got to start winning games for the simple fact that they can't get a good seed at this point, right? They're just losing too much ground on the Sixers, on the Nets, and teams like that. So luckily for teams like Miami and Toronto, the bottom end of the playoff picture in the Eastern Conference still has shitty teams there. Like the Charlotte Hornets that lead their division right now, and they're below 500. So there's still they're not dead in the water. But when are they going to start winning? Am I going to put money on that? That I think that, just magically because I want them to win, they're going to win? No, I have to wait and see. I swear to you, would any of you guys, either you guys be surprised if they lost to Washington tonight? I wouldn't.
I would.
Right now.
I would.
I would be surprised because of their pride and because they're obviously a better team and they pretty much have all of their guys back. I need this spread to be a little bit lower, though. You could maybe talk me into some Miami first half because I just think they might come out with that extra level of intensity. I haven't even checked the first quarter line. I don't know if you guys know what it is. But Miami is not a bet-on team to me right now, so I'm going to chill out. I don't want to just blindly bet on a team just because that's what I usually do. Like, they're just not a bet-on team to me.
Exactly. So what we got? Heat first quarter -2, and that's exactly what I was gonna say, Junior. That's the main thing that I said. They can't close out games. You saw the last one; they come out there pissed. We know they was pissed before over. I think it was the Hornets game that they had before this. So they was pissed off from the one before. They led by 10 at the half. So I mean, it's in theory, it's just not. It's not, I can't bet on it, but I'm just talking it out. I would be surprised to see them lose. I know that, you know what I'm saying, they had a championship, I guess you could say layover or just let down. But I mean, I'm sorry, the Heat are one of those teams that, I mean, they never played to lose. Like they never, I feel like they were one of those teams that could be immune to a finals letdown or something because they didn't win. You see what I'm saying? But to look like this is more than a letdown. Like I don't know what's going on. I mean, they losing games at the house, bro. It's just they losing games, just absolute meltdown. Defense haven't been there. In theory, they should come out here absolutely pissed. In the first quarter and first half. I would stay off the full game. I can't even put it on the first quarter, first half, but it's just like I have to watch them. I have to watch the game. If they don't come out with that, I don't know what to think of this team. It's not. I mean, I don't think it's not the coaching. It's not. I don't even think it's the player. It's just I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on now. Avery Bradley's out again. Junior, what was you about to say?
No, I was about to say that, the opening line is 7.5. What is the line on now? Like 6.5. I think that
Yeah,
Miami laying 6.5, 7 points seems like the most square bet in the world to me right now.
Yeah, no, I couldn't say. I would, like I say, that full game. I do think they're gonna put it together one of these games, but I definitely have to see it. I just no way that I could bet the Heat here, man. For some reason, every time I take some or have something on them, I mean, I just had them on the money line in that last one before it went all the way up on the little parlay, and they pissed it all the way. I'm like, what the heck? I don't understand it, man. We'll see what's up tonight. I mean, I know a lot of people undervalue those revenge spots, but Creek Revenge at the house. I know they've been looking terrible, but against that same team, if they're gonna get it right, it's gonna be against this defensive. Because I mean, you made the Wizards look good on defense. Like that can't happen. They can't ever happen, especially if you're the Heat. Jimmy Butler, anybody, your offense can't look stagnant. So they got to run some plays up, do a different lineup. They got all their players back. I mean, shit. We'll see, like I say tonight. But against that same team at the house, the same then day off in between, yeah, no, they're coming tonight. I mean, I would definitely look towards the Heat first quarter, first half, but I can't. I gotta see it first, man. I'm gonna start making some live bets, man. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Start seeing how these teams come out and see if they engage first, or maybe hop on the dog, because I mean some teams are coming up back from like 20-point deficits and shit, man. I might take some fires on plus 1,000 money line, Blackjack. Break them off with your plays, my guy.
All right, brother. We got the Bulls -2, Nets -5, Clippers -6.5.
Nice looks, my guy. Nice look. Yeah, no, I didn't have nothing on that Bucks versus Cavs either.
No.
I didn't have nothing on that. Junior, break them off with your plays, my guy.
Pacers -1, Suns first half. Brooklyn, otherwise known as Crooklyn, trifecta.
Brooklyn trifecta. Hey, I couldn't talk you off that. I could not talk. I like the Bulls today, man. I'd be very surprised if the Bulls lost today. I like that Pacers pick from my guy Junior as well. I hadn't hopped on it, but I might hop on that. The Nets. I'm burning sage with Kyrie today, man. And I don't care, man. Something tell me just my gut feeling that the Timberwolves get it done. I'm not hopping Timberwolves and the Pistons. Them are two road teams I think might come to play today, man. But them just, you know what I'm saying? It's just what I'd be surprised if lost, my guys. Y'all know what's going on, man. We're trying to get some cash. It's Friday, trying to bounce back, trying to get back in the groove, man. Trying to get back in the groove, my guy. We're going to get out of here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe if you like the content. We're gone.